guys, it's Chanel here, and I am back with an actual plan with me. Yes, hold your horses, take a breath, you know, check if pigs are fine, but it is an actual plan with me. And now I know you may be wondering, girl, why the heck are you using a Wizard of Oz kit? Well, I have a very good reason, but this is a digital kit that I downloaded from Paper Candy Prints. I'll go ahead and leave her link down below. Jeez Louise, English. But I absolutely love this kit. I think she did such a great job at formatting it. I really hope it's a girl. Sorry if it's not. But I think that the owner did such an amazing job formatting it. I have so many stickers that I can spread throughout multiple weeks. And the one thing that I really like about it is the fact that I have all of these stickers left over, but all I have to do is go back into my files and download the first sheet, which had the washi tape and a bunch of the full boxes. And I can basically reuse the whole kit again, and I don't have to reprint the other pages. So since this kit came with multiple daily trackers, I went ahead and set up 2 of them. And I wanted to get, I know I mention it all the time, but I really wanted to get into the habit of posting on Instagram daily, at least for Aloha Planner Station. Simple, magical lifestyle, not necessarily, but I think that this kit, honestly, I love how this spread turned out so much, and I might just post it there because it brings all the magical vibes that I love. And so you'll see me do a lot of new things within this particular setup. I did use a lot more glitter headers than I usually do. I used a lot more full boxes than I usually do. But I am just so excited because I am seeing Wicked on Saturday. Wicked is one of my favorite Broadway shows. It's actually the first Broadway show that I went to go see. It holds a very, very special place in my heart. I love it. One of my favorite songs. I love a lot of songs, but there are 3 that stand out to me the most. First one, of course, is Defying Gravity. Love that song. The second one is No Good Deed. And the third one is As Long As You're Mine. Those are my top 3 songs. I want to know if you love Wicked, I want to know what your top 3 songs are. But anyhow, I'm going ahead and setting up the date covers. I think the only other thing that I would need to reprint out would be the page that has the date covers if I plan to use this kit again. But at the same time, I really don't care about date covers. I use it if it's there. If it's not there, I don't mind. I'm not particularly picky with it. I know some people are, but I really don't care if I have the dates covered or not, or if the dates match with the kits, whatever. As long as I have the dates, I'm good. I'm good to go. Another thing to note on this is that I actually forgot to put down the weekend banner, and I was looking through the kit and I'm like, how did I miss the weekend banner? It's because it's like such a small little weekend banner. I might actually pull that into my Fobonichi because it's just so teeny tiny and small. It's so cute. But definitely I love the way this entire spread came out, and you're actually seeing me plan a different way too, because I am actually laying down the full boxes first, which I rarely ever do. But I decided to save Elphaba for Wicked Witch of the West for Saturday, since I am seeing the show then. And then on Friday, I wanted to put down Glinda, or I think at this point she's Galinda, but I wanted to put Glinda down because I do have a work night that night, and it's going to be where the show is taking place. So I thought, you know, it's a great way to use both of them back to back. I was debating about how am I going to set it up because I wasn't sure who I wanted to put on what date, but I felt like it was very fitting to put Elphaba on Saturday, since that is the day that I'm going to see the show. And then I went ahead and spread out the rest of the full boxes, so that way it was evenly distributed throughout the week and it didn't seem crowded in one specific area. And you're seeing me use glitter headers more. I don't tend to pull in a lot of glitter headers just because I don't tend to use a lot of headers, but this is a very, very full week compared to what I usually do. And I know that It's very different. I don't, like I said, I don't tend to do this that often just because I love the way that white space planning looks, but I also really liked how this turned out. So I'm just going ahead and filling out a full box heart checklist. And I decided, I know this was a dumb move because I really could have just wrote it down on the actual piece of paper it was on, but I decided to peel the sticker off and write it down on another sticker paper. I don't know. But I went ahead and placed that down for the day, just a bunch of things that I wanted to get done on that Monday. Honestly, I'm sorry, I can't get over how pretty this kit is, and I'm so glad I decided to download it, or purchase it, I should say, because I am really tempted to use it next month too, in October. I did pick up a couple of Halloweeny kits that I'm anxiously waiting for them to come in. But I think this would be a fun thing to use in October. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about using it as like the first week of October, kind of like a transition kit into something more, pulling in some darker colors, because you do have the purple and even the bottom washi. It's a darker color tone than the rest of the kit, and I think that works to its advantage. And then instead of using the regular checklist, I would actually use the full box heart checklist, just because it, like I said, it is a darker format and a darker color. You'll also notice that on the sheet that has the the heart checklist, the green is looking a little wonky, but that's just because I had switched out my ink cartridge and I didn't print a test page because homegirl here is lazy. So there's that. I'm filling out Tuesday with the things that I want to do, and it was so weird to be able to plan ahead because usually I'm memory planning. So I spent a lot of time just sitting there thinking, okay, what am I going to put in this area? What am I going to put in that area? And so it was really odd to sit there and do that, and to really have the opportunity to kind of plan out the rest of the week. Right now, as I'm recording all of this, it's Tuesday. So I'm hoping to get this up by Wednesday the 11th, hashtag never forget. And you'll see on the 11th, I actually, at the bottom of the day, I put down like a me time sticker or something like that, because I just wasn't sure. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I should mark it or not. But I decided to go ahead and lift up the sticker and instead put write down never forget, because, you know, 9/11. And honestly, that has changed history, and it has changed the way we view the world. I remember distinctly walking up the stairway in elementary school to get to my class, and one of my friends, she stopped me and she's like, "Did you hear about what happened in New York?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Planes flew into a building." And I was like, "What?" And so I remember walking into the classroom and the TV was on and we were just all watching the news, and our teacher, I think it was fourth or fifth grade, but our teachers actually decided to come together, combine our classes for one day and kind of go over what happened. And you could tell that it was really difficult for them to find the words to describe what we had just witnessed and what we had just saw. But you know, you still see the ripple effects of that to this day, and it's kind of crazy to think that it's been so long since that happened, but yet it still has such a prominent place, you know. So that's when I decided, you know, I really should go back and I'm just gonna mark it, because we really should never forget what happened on that day. That day was a day that changed the course of history, and it's a day that honestly no one will forget. So anyhow, that's why I went back to change it. And then I filled out Thursday. Well, I got halfway through Thursday, and then I was like, I should probably change that. But the rest of the week is going to be relatively busy-ish, but there's going to be downtime too. I'm really excited because on Thursday I should be getting in my Amazon order that has my crystal puzzle, or not puzzle, sorry, my crystal painting. So I'm really stoked to start that. But I need to finish my crane folding first. I'm almost done. I think I have a couple hundred to go, and then I'm good to go. But it's football season, so I had to also mark down football. So instead of marking down folding cranes, I'm marking down the football games. So Thursday is Thursday Night Football, obviously. And then on Monday, there was actually 2 back-to-back games, which were really exciting. Actually, I didn't watch the second one, Denver versus Oakland, but I did watch the ending of the Houston Texans versus Saints. That was such a crazy game for those of you who love football or watch football. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate the kicker? Because, oh my goodness, that was insane. I thought they made a mistake by not calling the timeout, but, you know, they proved me wrong. Anyhow, Thursday, I went ahead and marked down the game. I believe it was Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm not too crazy about that game. I probably don't care to watch it just because the Tampa Bay Bucks aren't, I don't know, I'm not excited about what they're doing, and I really could care less, honestly. Sorry, this sounds terrible, but I really don't care about the Panthers. I mean, they're a hit or miss team with Cam Newton just like getting injured left and right and not making smart decisions as a quarterback. What can you do? So yeah, but I'm probably not going to pay much attention to that game, just as a heads up. But Friday, I'm working on a couple of things and just marking down that I am working that night. So, you know, that's overtime money. Or time off, which I'm probably going to do because I need to help my grandparents move. And then on Saturday, you'll see me trying to figure these things out just because I was in a bind regarding the color scheme, and unfortunately I had to go with 2 blues in a row. Ideally that's not what I wanted, but what can you do? And then I went ahead and put down a little checkbox on Saturday. I had to cut off that last heart because it was going to overlap on the glitter header, but I was just writing things down. Saturday should be a relatively chill day for me. Brian is going to go to the lakes. I can't swim, so I'm not going. So I get to spend the day here at home, kind of just doing what I want to do, which is kind of nice, and spending time with the Chunksters. If you don't know, our dog's name is Chunky, so I call them the Chunksters. And then I messed up on the first marquee box thing. So I used this, thank goodness I came with the second one because oh my gosh. But I used the second one to mark down that we are seeing Wicked that night. And then I put date night, even though it kind of is not a date night, but it kind of is a date night. And then just to get food afterwards. And then on Sunday, I am marking down that I always cook breakfast on Sunday mornings. It is always cinnamon rolls and bacon, which reminds me we need to buy cinnamon rolls. But I went ahead and marked that down, and then I took this emoji that's not so happy to mark down that I am working that day too, but it's only for 2 hours. From 2:30 to 4:30 I'll be at work. Just because it is almost Mexican Independence Day. Mexican Independence Day is on the 16th, but we're doing stuff on the 15th. And then I figured since I'm going to be at work, I can do some meal planning, do the grocery shopping, of course, pick up coffee because homegirl literally runs on coffee. My blood is probably coffee, especially the pumpkin cream cold brew. Oh, so good. And then I'm going to wrap up Sunday with marking down the Pittsburgh game. We are playing Seattle at Pittsburgh, so I'm excited. We didn't do so great against the Patriots, and I'd rather forget about that game. It's a game we were supposed to lose, and guess what? We lost. But look how cute this spread is. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for all the random talking, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.